Ladies and gentlemen, my name is TotalBiscuit here from PAX East 2013. I'm here at the 9 Dots booth, and we're going to have a little look at God Factory. So, why don't you introduce yourself and your game to the audience?
So hi, my name is Guillaume Boucher-Vidal. I am the founder of 9 Dots Studio. We are based in Quebec City. We are a team of 6, and we've been working on God Factory for 9 months now.
Okay. So it is a space shooter, multiplayer, from what we could see. We've actually got quite a few people sitting around here waiting to get into the lobby. Now, you mentioned something about a ship design element before we started, so why don't we check that out while we're waiting?
Yeah, sure thing. You just have to click on a hangar.
Okay, off to the hangar.
Yep. And then you click on Create Ship right above the name of the ship. Sure. So there you go. You choose one of the 4 playable species.
There you go.
So we got the R Blossom, which can teleport through stuff.
Okay.
And some of their teleportation abilities can trigger explosions, stuff like that. We got a Chorion, which are 20 meters tall creature. So instead of having ship, they get armor. And then you got the Ground Trees, which are some kind of electricity holding ships, like their wings are floating beside them, and they get to shift between 2 kind of modes. So you could have like offensive and defensive mode, or close range, short range, stuff like that. And then we got the crafty humans, which just like in real life, deplete their ammo and their resources very fast, but they got to be crafty about it, so they're very guerrilla. They can send decoys and they're pretty fast.
Okay. All of them sound pretty good. Which one would you recommend I start with?
People usually have an easier time starting with the Chorion because it's more resilient.
Okay. All right, let's do that. Okay, so that's what it looks like.
That's what your first part looks like. It's a body. So if you click on the body on the menu, you can choose between like Pantheon and Belial. For now, all the stats are dummy, so you get to really more see like the different looks. It's pretty much more cosmetic for now, but we intend to like add different stats.
Okay. So we can do the same thing.
You have to double click on the part or click on equip to make it. There we go.
All right. So we can then change. That's a great stack at the top. All of these look pretty awesome. I like that. All right, let's go with that. Just do a little bit more customization here and there. Now it's starting to get silly. That's what we like. All right. Different thrusters on the back here.
Yep.
Excellent. Marathon Triforce. We'll go with that. That sounds fine. So you were saying the stats are currently dummy stats, but all of these will eventually be non-cosmetic.
Exactly, and you'll have to manage 3 different values, like you have to be to balance your weight, your power source, and your heat capacity, so that like you can't have any kind of combination, but there will be many ways to like start different builds. It's just like in Magic the Gathering, like you build different deck of cards, but it's the same thing this time. You have to make something viable, but there are many possibilities.
Now I'm looking at weapon control units right here.
Yeah.
Berserker, Assassin. And you'll notice there are stats for this. So I want to get kind of close range-ish, I think. So let's go with Berserker.
That's right.
Devices.
Right. So the Chorion can trigger a shield-like ability that absorbs damage for a period, and then you can press it again to trigger another effect.
Explosion.
So in this case, Burst gonna explode and does damage. The heat wave does like some kind of bubble around you that does damage over time instead. And the recovery just heals, so that makes you very resilient, but you lose potential for offensive abilities.
All right, we'll go with the heal for now.
We got a lot to cover there, but essentially you got supplies that give you, either energy, ammunition, or shield. You got to carry commons that boost your own carrier, and the sabotage that reduces the strength of the enemy's carrier.
Okay.
For now, like when starting out, pretty much easier to start with supplies ability. Like the first one heals your shield over time. The fourth one gives you a little bit of everything. You can trigger it more often, but it's weaker, stuff like that.
I'll go with that. And then main weapons.
All right. So we got a Gravestar, which requires a lock-on, but is very long range. We got a Death Kiss, which I don't remember what it does.
Continuous beam of unstable radiation. Always fun.
And the Hadice, which triggers like explosion all around you. So you don't have to aim, you just have to be close to your target.
I can just fly at them and explode.
Exactly.
I'm cool with the flying at them and explode idea.
All right. So the Dual Barrage is another lock-on weapon. This one like shoots, like it's very basic, sends distortion bullets every few seconds to your target. Horizon is a long-range laser, if I recall right. The Firebrand is a fire shotgun because
all over
fire shotgun,
That's
right?
going to happen. I'm making a close-range bruiser here. All right, I think we're about ready to rock and roll.
Yep.
So I guess I click this button.
You can click on lobby.
Okay, lobby. All right.
So you just have to start the match with the host right now.
Okay, I've got host.
Yep.
All right, is everyone ready? I guess they are. We're looking good?
I think they are.
All right, let's rock and roll. Let's give it a shot. Everyone needs to ready up.
Oh, yeah.
Torso Twister, whoever that happens to be, needs to ready up.
He's not ready, right?
GG, no re. All right, let's rock and roll. This is going to go horribly wrong.
So, what happens is that you bring 2 ships to a fight. So we got... oh, wait. We didn't get your own ship that you just made.
It's that one, right?
No, it's not exactly the same. We started the match without choosing the right ship.
Cool. It's no big deal. We'll roll with what we got.
So you get to choose between Cyclops and the Guardian. While in your dock, you are healing over time. So while you're out, the other one will heal. So you have to like come back.
Okay, so controlling this with the joystick. Now you're talking about this maneuver button right here. So that's a boost. Oh, that is quite the boost. Oh my god. All right.
Yeah, well, these are always fun statistics to explain, but essentially you're going like 1,000 miles per second while you are boosting.
Nice.
So yeah, the objective is to destroy the enemy's carrier ship, which you can see in front of you. It's 13 kilometers long, so of course to destroy that, usually you would need to concentrate your firepower on it. Because we are like in a smaller match, for now we're probably be better off doing some dogfighting and just getting a feel for the controls.
All right, so let's see if I believe I'm locked onto the target by the looks of it.
You just need to keep the trigger press and it's going to fire continuously.
Okay, I'll bring myself around, then I'll try my secondary weapon out as well. Okay, that's my secondary weapon. Get him in my sights. There you go, have some of that. Sweet. Now I might want to throttle down just a little bit because I'm flying a bit fast in this dogfight. No one's actually shooting at me yet, so I think that might have just changed. There we go. All right, now you were talking about various racial abilities.
Yep.
Almost got him. Almost got him. I think I might be out of range now.
Yeah. We made the ship pretty resilient so that we want to make like a really team-based experience, right? Oh, it just teleported and exploded all the way back. So yeah, you're about to kill him actually.
I'm almost on him. I got boosted past him there. Lost him. Oh, it's all right. Someone else got him.
There. So yeah, the thing is, we want to make something that's very team-based. So we made every player very resilient, so that the best way to kill people is to gank them.
Yes. Rather than just disintegrating instantly. Alright. Pretty close to him. Now, I'm noticing this message on the screen. Something's about to happen, by the looks of it. It said the cannon was about to fire.
Yeah, you can see the main cannon carrier ship. They're about to fire, and they're moving actually very slowly, and they're going to charge up before firing.
This is probably bad for me, I would think.
For now, no, but eventually it would be very dangerous, yes.
Boost after him. I'm not letting him get away anytime soon. And into range. All right.
So now he's going to dock, I think. Yep.
Yeah,
be careful.
This is not going to go well for me, is it?
Yeah.
There we go.
We are looking into maybe finding a way to make it, you know, more agreeable when you collide with stuff rather than just bouncing stuff.
All right, so I think I triggered my special ability there. I
yeah,
believe
you
I
exploded
hit
in his face, and I think I saw a chunk of his health.
Bringing him around there. Takes quite a lot of getting used to, actually. In this case, twist is actually used on the joystick in order to turn left and right rather than sort of turning around like that, which is, it takes a lot of getting used to, but it's actually a nice use of the twist on the joystick. Obviously, if you use your keyboard and mouse, you'll have to use a different key for that.
Exactly.
All right. So what is our objective here exactly?
All right. So the objective is to destroy the enemy's carrier ship, and to do that, you have to dismantle some vulnerable areas, and each of these vulnerable areas have different effects. So, for instance, if you take down the ammo depot, should your enemy dock to refill, it's gonna have only 60%.
Okay.
So, like right now, your shotgun is depleted, so you would have to head inside of your own dock to refill all your ammo.
Yeah.
And you could use that opportunity to switch another ship, so that this one could heal over time while you take out the other one.
Trying to bring myself around here to get it in him nice close range. Slow down. Get this. I think I might catch him in the AoE. We'll see. Ooh, that hurt. That hurt. He's flying past me over and over again. There we go. Looks like I am getting ganged up on here.
Yeah, they're trying, but they're not touching you much.
They're not doing a huge amount of damage to me, so everything seems to be working pretty well here. I'm tempted to just ignore them and go for the carrier, actually.
Yeah, well, since we're not currently having like 4 players in the match, it's going to be very hard to destroy a part, because usually you need to coordinate like maybe 3 or 4
Fair
people.
enough. I'm now actually taking some fire, so I might want to move around and handle him. I really need to get back to my ship so that I can get my...
Yeah. You can follow like a green arrow there you dock.
Okay, I'm going to boost in that direction and get my shotgun ammo back.
And ouch.
The
faster you are, the more the color.
It turns out if you go really, really fast, you end up crashing into something. Who knew, right?
Yeah.
Now,
exactly.
Now I believe I can also swap to a different ship. You were talking about the auto repair, so my guys take some damage.
Yeah.
So we could swap out to the human drone, I guess.
The thing is, the human drone is not even supposed to appear here.
Okay,
it's the sucky ship you get when both of your other ships are destroyed.
Okay, so it's your crap shuttle. You don't want to fly it. Let's fly this instead, then. All right, what has this thing got?
It's got a troll body, which is a machine gun firing homing missiles, and the Typhoon, which is another machine gun, so you can really cripple the other by harassing it with many projectiles at once. The thing is, the troll body can fire as long as you don't have like the guy in range, and it's slightly short range, so we really need to keep it up close. But you seem to be used to that already.
Yeah, we're getting to that. Where are the enemy? Well, if they're not going to hang around.
If you're interested, you can try heading inside the carrier ship, maybe. And
oh, you can do that?
Yeah, you can enter by the front of the ship.
All right, well, let's try and find a way around there. It looks like I might be a little busy to do that so far. Uh-oh. All right, we have a lock. Unleash everything we've got on him. Just trying to keep up with him so I don't end up flying past him. That's the machine gun there, by the looks of it. Now, are you intending to go purely multiplayer for this?
Yeah, that game is PvP only. However, what we would like to do is create like a universe that would span multiple titles. So if this works well, we're going to do God Factory Refugee, which would be a single-player narrative campaign using the same assets and mechanics.
It's an unusual name, I've got to say. Where does that come from?
All right, so you know, in a science fiction universe, usually you come up with like fake technology to create the science fiction universe more interesting, right? The Lavoisier principle is something that chemists come up with, saying like nothing is lost or created; it's all only transformed, right? Yeah. If you say bullshit to that, and you have technology that could actually create matter, that would change everything about how we perceive constructing and stuff like that. But that would not be constrained enough. So instead, we got like that technology that can only create carbon. And what can you make with carbon? Graphite or diamonds.
Yeah.
So you get graphite or diamonds factory. God.
Okay. Alright. It's getting interesting. There you go, I'll have some of that. I'll boost forward just a little bit. Oh, what's the special ability on this particular ship?
Huh?
What is the racial ability on this ship here?
The supplies will grant you ammo, and the other one will teleport you forward, and there will be explosions covering all the trajectory you covered.
Ah, okay, got the hang of that. By the looks of it. So, I am playing with a joystick here. Is this perfectly playable with keyboard and mouse, or are people going to find joystick a more optimal experience?
You know, it's really a matter of personal preference. The reason why we got that targeting system is that this way, being very precise at your aiming is not as important as being good at like moving your ship around. Yeah. So we got something that works for both, you know, all kinds of inputs. We support gamepad very well also.
I really want this guy dead. It's gonna happen. Ouch.
He just exploded.
Come on, get here. Ships are quite maneuverable in this game, as you probably noticed, so dogfighting is a little tricky.
One thing you can do to make dogfighting even more appealing is to use special maneuvers that allows you to drift in space. So let's say you were to press the maneuver button and jack back your, you know, draw back. Exactly, you can do U-turn, stuff like that. And as long as you keep the button pressed, you're gonna keep on the same trajectory while you drift around.
Yeah.
So you can like look in one direction and keep flying in the other one.
It takes a lot of getting used to.
Yeah, the trick is to not keep your joystick pulled when you trigger the stuff, and like you're gonna keep drifting direction. Exactly.
Yeah, I see. I'm kind of getting it. Definitely has a fairly high skill ceiling by the looks of it, which is good. There's nothing wrong with that.
Well, we wanted to make something that you always have something more to learn.
Yeah. So I never heard the last time when someone said, you know what, I really want an easy space game.
Huh?
I'm pretty sure no one's ever said, you know what, I really want an easy space game. Like, no, don't think so.
We're not gonna make that.
No, let's not. Sounds like a plan. There we go. That's definitely tricky. There's some creative design going on actually with the ships I noticed. Is there any specific inspiration for the races in the game?
Well, one thing that I hate about most science fiction universe is that like you don't get aliens, you just get humans with scales or blue lesbians, right?
Yeah.
So we wanted to create something that would be way different in terms both of lore, principles, and physiognomy, and make stuff around that. So the ship you're conquering right now is an R Blossom, which happens to be it's a plant that is connected to a computer, and that computer gives it a mechanical body. And since they've got like sentience only very recently, they don't mind teleporting, even if it means like breaking away all of their molecules and bringing them back. So that means they die and something else is created instead. Most species wouldn't really care about that, but they don't. And since they're very new, they just earn their sentience. They are more about mimicking stuff and trying to implement stuff they see from others. So they've got like mechanical parts that just look, how could I say, borrowed from all the other ships.
Okay, interesting ideas. Yeah, I think it would kind of be a crying shame if this didn't have a single-player campaign, like the refugee game didn't come out, because I think you do have a lot of lore there that could be extrapolated on significantly for single-player.
Yeah, well, it's something we've been working on for a very long while, and we did a whole lot of preparation for the universe before starting like fleshing out what the game, like multiplayer or single-player, would be like.
Don't let it get away. Yes.
There we go.
There we go. It does take a long time to destroy a ship, but of course we are in 2v2, not 4v4, so there's going to be a lot more bullets and missiles whizzing by. But you do have a chance not to get blown to pieces.
Speaking of that, you could get blown to pieces right now, so...
My shields are a bit beaten up. Let's head on back to the carrier. Oh, the carrier's taking significant fire.
Yep, every 3 minutes the main cannon fires unless you destroy it, in which case it will fire every 5 minutes. That way we make sure that a game can't last more than half an hour. And usually should be between 12 and 16 minutes per match.
That's a good idea. Okay, my Guardian is ready to fly once again, so everything has been fixed up. I definitely like the idea of switching between two ships. Also gives you a little bit of tactical flexibility, just in case you end up against a ship configuration that just doesn't work for you.
And something else that you will be able to do is to borrow the docked ship of your allies. So let's say your two ships are really near death. You could borrow the ship of someone else, which is like more fully healed.
Yeah. Splat. Nice. I have a feeling I stole a kill there, but you know what? I'm okay with that. That works. Moving towards the objective. So I'm going to open fire on the carrier, even though it doesn't look like
you just need to be close enough to target one of the vulnerable areas.
Looks like I've got friends. Okay. That maneuver is going to be very difficult for people to deal with, I think. Since you can do it so quickly. But it's cool. There we go. Yeah, I mean, I would definitely recommend anyone that tries this, does play with the joystick, because you just get that better experience. It's very freelancer, very free space in that regard. And it's like you're missing out if you're not using a joystick, I think. It's not that it's impossible to play with another controller, though. I'm taking a little bit more pounding here. Now, I've got to ask, since I currently can't hear it, and it's a space game, so it's got to have good music, right?
Right now we are looking for hiring a very known composer, but that will depend on if we can secure funds to get his services, because I really think that you need great melody in your video game. And lately I've been a little disappointed with what we hear in most games. So yeah, we're trying to get a celebrity there. But I can't say more. I don't want to overpromise. But yes, we do have intention of having.
You're working on it, absolutely. All right, there we go. All right, so this match is going to be coming to a close fairly shortly. Now, do you have a targeted release date for this game?
We don't know yet when it's going to be released. However, we are aiming for close beta by the end of August, but I really can't commit to it. It's just like an objective we got.
This guy, no, I'm not letting him get away. It's not happening. Get back here. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Nice. I hope they'll be able to pull that off. That was very satisfying. Absolutely. Well, there you go, folks. So this is God Factory. I believe it's God Factory Wingmen is the subtitle of this particular game. And this is targeted for PC. We're going to be seeing a console release of this as well. Or is it going to be PC exclusive?
If we find an opportunity to bring it to console, we will. But it takes a lot of resource to bring something down.
Yes, it does.
So, if it makes sense for us to do it, we will.
Okay, very, very cool. Right, we're going to wrap this up then, folks. This is God Factory Wingmen. Keep an eye out for that if you're looking for some 4v4 action-based space combat. You need a reason to dust off your joystick, which for everyone seems to be something that we're sorely needing right now. Thank you very much for showing us this title today.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is TotalBiscuit here from PAX East, and I will see you next time.